show for today. Let's make this happen. So everybody know that this is being recorded for people that come in late. That's great. If you have other things that you need to do, uh, feel free to go in and out. This is recorded. You'll be able to pick this up later. Oh, it's 4 p.m. in Scotland right now. So three from Scotland. Hi. I've got people from Brooklyn in here. I've got people from Israel in here. And we just have a real international bunch going on today. So are you guys ready to start? Say, okay. And you could raise your hand. There's things that we can do on the end. I'm going to put things in the chat. I am working with you here. I'm going to try to do the best that I can and try to keep your screens wherever they are. So yeah, if I've got your face on there, which is not a problem. But if we can just kind of mute yourselves and things like that. If you have something to say, please raise your hand. And hopefully, Jai, if you're with me, if someone raises their hands, if you can let me know, that would be super. Okay, let's start. We've got a lot to cover today. All right. So let's go. I will start with the slides first. I do have the slides to support it, just so you know that you are in the right place. I feel like we're on a plane right now. If we were on a plane, this plane is going to Royal Gem Pearl Regrowing Your Self-Worth today. If you did not sign up for this, please leave now, okay? Because we're taking off. Hi, I'm Joy Steck. I'm your host for today. I do have us in for 1 hour. I'm going to run the class for 45 minutes, and I left an hour if you do have questions and answers. So we have a big day. So let's get rocking and rolling. Everybody can see that screen really well? I hope so. Everybody good with me? All righty, let's get. Well, Therese excited. She really does do a lot of stuff on the chats, and I like that a lot. Okay, so today's Royal Gem Pearl. I'm going to talk about what a Royal Gem is, but what we're doing in this whole time is to get this vibrational energy coming through your system. So regardless if you think about it or not, in fact, no thought is the best thought. I'll talk a lot if you're ever with me. Get out of your head and into your heart. So a lot of people talk about downloads or initiation. I like to think of what we're going through today as a heart load. So there's energy that is emanating. It does come through. It does come through the computer, tested, and it does work. And we're going to be working this energy. So I will be explaining the energy coming through. It is in your field. If you want to use it, fine. If you don't, fine. It is something that's a little bit different. And I'll explain it in a few seconds of how that works. But we're working with Royal Gem Pearl today. And there's this innocence. And a lot of times when we talk about self-worth, and we can talk about that for hours and hours. But today we want to go through is let's get to that part of you, that beautiful, innocent part of you that's internal. Because what you are inside is what we, when I look at people, it's not just need more information coming in. You need to go inside. And I said, anybody who's been with me, like I see you as toothpaste, and I just want to squeeze you and let all your beauty come out and be expressed. And that's what we're going to work on today, is to have the grace that comes with Royal Gem Pearl and to have the innocence that comes with that, to allow you to go in there and not have judgment on yourself, but just look at what you've got to work with, what you can still do, and believe in yourself. And that's where we're going today. We have, so a lot of times people go like, I don't even know who you are, and I don't know what you do. And I just like to jump into work, and people go, who the hell are you? And what are you doing? And I go, I don't know. So today, instead of talking about myself, I like to talk about my family of the Royal Gems, because they're really like my family. And just like when you have kids or grandkids, you want to brag about them. Well, I'm going to brag about these so you know what you're walking into today. So just give me a minute or two here to explain this. That's me. I do quick changes today. You'll see I got a video, a quick change artist, but they call me the Healing Jedi Master. You can see that's me in the background, but it's years and years of training, like over 30 years. But I've done an old Okinawan style, which this is all coming from that. It has to deal with your meridians. It has to do with your whole physical, mental, emotional, spiritual self. And it doesn't matter how you get there. It's just another road to get there. So all of this training is part of what has come up with the Royal Gems. And yes, I'm the founder, okay, because it just came to me. Okay. It's nothing I've done great in my head. I was just allowing it to happen. So that's what we're going to be experiencing today. And how did it start? This is my little family. My little family, we're going to be working with you guys today because I did promise you that I will give you your gem or combination, whatever comes up for you. So each individual, and that's why I left some extra time, is to make sure that I give you whatever's coming in for you today, as long as you want it. If you want it, I'm here for you. And even in my field, anything that you're open for can be transferred in. You just have to be open and willing. And I don't go anywhere I'm not supposed to. So, and that's the truth, right? So as we go through this, how did they all cut? This is my little family. It actually started with this one right here with blue sapphire, and I was working on clients, and I would see this blue color coming around them, and over time realized that it was blue sapphire, and then all these things started coming to me, where I just sat down for like 3 weeks. And actually, I had to be reminded to go to the bathroom. That's crazy, but it was just such a big impact. And just wrote and wrote and wrote as it came in. I was supposed to be working on 7. It came into 13, which you see here. And then from there, it just got crazy. Crazier than that. And pyramids started coming in. And then I developed the second course, right? And then from there, we went in to develop a third class. And then I have teachers. I have teachers all over the world. I have teachers in Malaysia. I have teachers in Israel, teachers in the United States, teachers in Germany. So it just flew, and rings, and it just started to expand, and more stuff. So imagine this is like a part of my head. So if I look like, oh my God, she talks so fast, and what is she really saying? Is because all this stuff is in there, igniting in there and going in there. But this is what you're going to be getting. This download, upload, heart load today is we're working with Pearl and working with, I can't help but all this information, if you need it, it can fly to you. But I want you to know that, oh, there's a lot going on in here. But today we're going to take a piece, and that piece is going to work with your combo for today. And that will be, of course, I'm going to make you stay with me for longer to get in there. Not that will be worked in, not exactly at the end, but in the middle when we have a little bit of time for downloads. Okay, we all cool with that? Everybody good? Everybody good? I can't see little hands waving and stuff, so hopefully that's a great way to go. All right, let's get started. I'm going to have you do some physical exercises today, so you don't have to necessarily do them. I highly suggest you do. And in that you will have a recording. I will put all of this on the side in the chat. I suggest that you paste and copy, or I put it on the slide so that if you do watch the recording, you will have that link. So you could go in and practice and do that. And we'll go there. So I just want you to take, just relax. Make sure that your feet are on the ground, that you don't cross at the ankles or the wrist, or anytime you cross your body, you're stopping energy. So let me put that out there today for Wellness Wednesday, okay? Note yourself. Do you stand? Do you start crossing? Because you're stopping your energy from going out, and you're also stopping energy from coming in. So if you want to get full impact, I said just have your feet on the ground, or if you're lying down, which is cool, just make sure you're not crossing, okay, at those ankles or at the wrists. Okay, cool beans. All right, so take a deep breath in. I'd like you to hold it for the count of 7, and then breathe out. Great. Breathe in. Hold for the count of 7, and breathe out. And breathe in. Hold for the count of 7, and breathe out. Royal Gem Pearl, Queen of Gems, I bask in wisdom, purity, and serenity. True compassion allows me to softly open. I calmly radiate love and compassion for myself and for others. And breathe. Feel the calmness of Royal Gem Pearl come through. So as we're working today, the energy that's coming to you now is reaching to your conscious and your unconscious depths. And we're bringing in grace. I'll get further into what grace is, but right now I want you to think about your own innocence. Pearl represents love plus knowledge, which equals wisdom. There's a purity here, a purity that comes in your body and your mind, the purity of your own original self. I call it the original self, how you were created, that original divine blueprint that you came in existence with. Now, sometimes it gets muddled. Sometimes we have free will, so we make different choices. But that divine blueprint is the one that we want to connect with. And when do we make sure that it's still there in place? And this vibration is of sincerity, being sincere to yourself, being loyal to your own commitments, being loyal to who you are, and loving it, and loving who you are. You want to today work on increasing your own compassion for yourself, which will increase your compassion for others. You want to improve your own self-worth. And what does that mean? Let's go through that a little bit deeper later on. So just breathe, relax, and trust. Trust in yourself and give yourself that bit of grace. Okay, this is where we're going to go and do some exercises. Now, if you just want to watch, I know I used to have, what's her name? Jane Fonda, like in the day when she was doing that. And I would sometimes sit on my couch and watch Jane and go, you go, Jane, you push that. You're doing great. But I didn't do it myself. So you could choose to watch this or you could choose to do this. But I'm going to go to a video now. And I really like this exercise. It is the beginning of a kata. Now, I'm not trying to make you martial artists. Trust me, that would take too much time, and I'll get into that when we get into the video. So let's. I'm going to share this video with you, and we're going to go right there right now and enjoy. And I'll be back after that as I make this quick change to get into my other costume.
Today I'm going to give you just the beginning, just a few, it's like really simple exercises so that everybody could do them. And you could do these sitting down if you're uncomfortable, just to get the hand motions moving. You'll see as I demonstrate and get the movement of the energy through your body. The name of this kata is Kenyo Sho. And what it means is Ken is about seeing, a Sho is about your nature, your essence. And so it is about seeing one's true essence, seeing one's true self, which is what today is about. So we're pulling Royal Gem Pearl in, we're looking at the essence of grace, and we're looking at really being reflective upon ourselves, because this is about your self-worth. And self-worth comes from within. It is the magic that is in you now. So we want to just work on this whole thing of getting rid of all those filters, those false ideologies that have stopped you from being you. Okay, so this is something that is just the beginning. I'm not here to teach you martial arts, but I am here to give you a part of that art with a cut teaching, right? A cut teaching about Kenyo Sho. Now, not being with you, not being watching you. Now, if you want to, feel free to get on one of my Zoom appointments. I'll be happy to critique you. But we really want to get the movement here. Right now, especially for you high energy workers, that importance of energy and movement. We need to move the physical body. So Kenyo Sho, seeing one's true nature, seeing our true nature, our true essence. Okay, and really the kata itself, when you do the whole thing, is about our initial insight into ourselves, our initial awareness. into ourselves, but into once we learn about ourselves, then we can become aware of the environment about us and others. So let's just start. We're going to start. The stance is really easy. Don't really, as I said, I'm not here to train you for technique and what this actually does. Unless you're interested, call me. So a nice stance. You don't want to be overextended. You want to line up with your own hips, right? So that you're on steady ground and your feet are
יפה? אני לא שמעת אותך, את מיוטד. מה, שמו בחדרים? אני פשוט רק כרגע נכנסתי. Excuse me, but I can't see or hear.
Okay, so now here we are back, and hopefully you enjoyed that part of our section. So I do these on the side so that you all have an opportunity that you will have an opportunity to do these exercises, because you might not remember them tomorrow. And Kenyo show, it really is, if you, of course, the whole card is about seeing your own stuff and getting insight, but these beginning parts will get you there. So it's a great place to start. All right. Some of you say you're having information, so I do need you to keep muted. And there is a chat, and Jai, if you could look at what those people, if you could get back to some of those people in a private chat, I really appreciate it at this point. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move forward. So a lot of times, like, what's my missing piece? Sometimes we go through life going like, wow, something's there and I'm just not getting it. I know it's there, but I can't reach it. And it's these things that we're looking to fill in ourselves. And what really is about, what is self-worth? I mean, this is really about like taking the time for yourself. And I'm going to be asking and posing some questions that if you ask these questions every day, they really do get to a nub in you. Okay, so let's start there today. So when I ask your inner self, so I know I've got this slide up a little bit early for you, but this was really crucial to me. Someone has had me doing this, and it looks like, well, they're just 3 questions to ask yourself. And you could go to your head, and you're not going to get what you really need to get. So if you really want to really get to that essence of you and really do something for yourself, because self-worth is about your self-confidence, really. Okay. It is about believing in yourself and trusting in yourself. And it doesn't matter why it's not there. It doesn't matter. We can go there and search that. Yeah. But why don't we just start today of like taking care of yourself? Because it doesn't come from the outside. It comes from the inside. Now, when I ask your inner self, go to that, a lot of people talk about your inner child. Go to that inner self. There's a part of you that needs nurturing. When we talk about being a parent or like your parents, you know who you're a parent of? You're a parent of this inner child, of your inner self. You're a self-contained unit. And the first nurturing comes from inside. So some of these questions that I ask you might start to trigger some things in you, but this is a good thing. Okay. And I don't leave you in the lurch. At the end, there are ways to reach me for a free connection call. So you can call me and talk to me if something comes up for you. Right. But what I want you to do is really look at this. Because for me, I thought I could answer these and I couldn't get past this first one. Okay. So you're not asking, and it is the way that you ask the question. So I'm carrying this all up front. It is the way you ask the question that makes the difference. And you're not asking your mind. You're going inside to that inner part of you. And when you ask your inner self, the first question you ask, you'll have 3, is what can I do today to help you feel loved? And the you that you're talking to is inside. That part of you that needs to be noticed, that needs to be nurtured. And a lot of times when we talk about that, you want someone else to do that for you. But I'm going to tell you what, bottom line is, you need to learn how to do this for yourself. You are the only one you will be with your entire lifetime. Okay? You start with you leave with you. And everybody, including your parents, your children, people you love, they're going to come in and go out. And the person that remains is you. So I suggest that your relationship with you gets really close and you start to love yourself, because that's where love begins. So the first question is, the you that you're asking is you, your internal self. And you sit there and you really do ask this question. I love paper. If you look at my desk, there are 50 million legal pads, right? Take a piece of paper, and you might not be able to do it right now, but please write down the questions and sit with that today after I leave you. What can I do to help you inside today feel loved? And I'm going to tell you, this one threw me into a curvy turf. Okay, and I really sat with that, and I wrote myself a letter, which was 3 to 4 pages long. And then the next day, it was a page and a half long. Until I could actually answer that question. It took me 3, 4, 5 days of doing it consistently. I was just giving my story, not that it will be that way for you. You might get that right away. But be okay with sitting with something. Be okay being out of your head and feeling. So question number 1 that I ask you to do after we leave, okay? What can I, or if you have it right now, it's awesome. What can I do today to help you feel loved? And you don't leave there to the next question until you have that one. But you do this every single day. And you might get a different answer every day. I know I do, but that's me. The second question. What can I do today to help you feel safe? What can I do today to help you feel safe? So now we're connecting. You're connecting your whole self. And I'd like this little saying, a bird sitting on a tree is never afraid of the branch breaking because her trust is not on the branch, but on her own wings. And I want you to think of that image. Wherever you go with that, I want you to think like that bird. That bird doesn't go, oh my God, I wonder if this is going to break. What if the tree isn't here? What if the leaves fall off and I fall with them? How many of you guys go there in a day, right? But the bird trusts that, well, it doesn't even think of the branch breaking. It trusts its own wings. So what do you have to do today to trust your own wings? And number 3, what can I do today for you to feel happy? What can I do today to help you feel happy? And nobody can make you happy until you're happy with yourself first. And that's why I put that up there, because that hits home for me. No one can make you happy until you're happy with yourself. Sometimes I go, I travel a lot, right? I do a lot of stuff by myself. People are like, you go by yourself? Don't you want someone with you? And it's like, no, I really like being with me because I want to go see the same movie. I want to eat the same food. I want to sleep when I'm sleeping. I really get together with me pretty well. Right? So yeah, I like being with me. I have a lot of fun. So this is the feeling, and it's not arrogance and it's not weird stuff. It's just an internal, that inner part of me, that inner child goes, oh, where are we going today? God, we're going bike riding. I love bike riding. Yes. Okay. It's that inner child, that inner self. It's not so much a child. Hopefully that child is maturing and it's our inner self. So these 3 questions, if you start your day this way, they become really, really important. Some of you might want to end the day and say, did I fulfill that? And again, if you get stuck on one of these, that's, to me, even better. That just shows you where your space is. So yeah, those are pretty heavy things, but it looks simple. But boy, what are you going to do to help you feel happy? Because some of you forgot how to play. Some of you forgot what makes you happy. Some of you don't know, or you're doing stuff that makes other people happy. Well, that's nice if that makes you happy. But what are you doing for you? Okay, so I'm actually going to go back and review them, right? What can I do today, to help you feel loved? What can I do today to help you feel safe? What can I do today to help you feel happy? And that's probably the best gift I got this morning. And I see I've had so much more to put in here, but I think this is getting pretty good for you guys. And so let's look at this with grace. Look at this with grace. So again, just so you can look through those questions, I really want to go through this. So just as you're going through that, I'm going to take the distraction of my face off so that you could just have grace coming your way. Grace is about the 7 virtues. And some of you I know are in foreign countries. So it's charity, faith, fortitude, hope, justice, prudence, temperance, all these virtues, all of them simultaneously. It's a dance. Look how many factors come in, but neither one of them stands out. They just do this unbelievable rhythmic motion dance. And they bring in this feeling of insurmountable peace. It's a mental, it's an emotional comfort, and it's a spiritual allowance. It allows you to look at things. It allows you to be. And it also comes with awareness, with a softness and the beauty of like this wonderfully nurturing mother kind of figure. It's selfless, it's altruistic, it is there to love. It's being well grounded, at the same time feeling well rounded, anchored and stable, not anchored and limited, anchored and stable. And it's about appreciation. It's about gratitude. And as we're going through this today, we're actually on a vibrational level, opening up for you to heal any shame you have, any guilt you have, any blame that's there. Because grace is soft, and grace is a teacher of humility. When grace comes in your life, it helps you to have integrity, humility, courage to go forward, wisdom, clarity, commitment to yourself, community, discipline, leadership, generosity, faith, vision, gratitude, purpose, motivation, healing, service to yourself and to others, value and truth. Take all of these simultaneously in a gentle, constant, rhythmic motion. And that is grace. That is grace. And that is why I chose Pearl for your self-worth, to bring that grace in, to look at all of you, because every part of you is beautiful. It's part of the whole. It makes you who you are. And you really want to be who you are. Trust me, you're all beautiful inside and out. So let's look at some combos today. I'm looking at who's out there. And as I call out, if you want to write this down, as I said, through my many notebooks and pens that are running out, I'm going to try to write your name down to remember, but if you could remember your stuff, Laura, you're coming in first. So I'm looking at who's on here right now. Laura, you're coming in first, and I am getting a combo for you. I've got Hessonite. I've got yellow diamond, and you've got the yellow sapphire. Okay, so write those down if you have any questions for me later on. Okay, it's Hessonite, yellow diamond, and yellow sapphire for you. Verid, let's see what Verid got. Verid, we've got you coming in with 3 also. You've got, wow, yellow quartz. You have, ruby. And, come on, Verid, what else you want? Wow, yellow quartz twice. So ask me about that one. Yellow quartz comes up for you twice, so you really want to look at a double dose of that. So it's like you got yellow quartz and you've got ruby and yellow quartz. So you've got these three that are impacting you. So I know you work with me a lot, so really research that for yourself. I have, let's see, who else is on there? Uh, Torea, how are you? You've got one really big one. You want to work with hessonite, okay? Hessonite coming in big for you, and yellow sapphire. Okay. And you have two. So if you want to talk to me about those would be the two to talk about there. Uh, uh, Jai, guess what? You got yellow quartz coming in. So if you want to talk to me about that, for some reason, yellow quartz is really big with a very specific too that I could carry with that later on. And I'm thinking of who else is on here. Yafa. Yafa. Yafa, you have, hessonite. Hessonite coming in big for you. And you also have pearl. Pearl's really important. It's supporting you. And so is fire opal. So you have hessonite, pearl, and fire opal. I don't know if I've missed any. Yiddy. Okay, Yiddy's on here. Yiddy, you have, hessonite. Hessonite seems to be big for you guys. Maybe I should do that next month, huh? Hessonite. And you have a diamond. You have blue and pink diamond. Blue and pink diamond. Okay. And anybody else, if I'm missing somebody, please get in touch with me later on. I'll be happy to go through that with you. Okay, so those are your combinations today. And what does that mean? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I do have, there's a way for you if you want to get into the free mantras. I sent it out to you guys, but there is put the link up there for that right now. So hold on there, and you can look those up. And then if you have questions for me, let's go here first. I'm going to copy that in for all of you to have. Oh, there you go. And if you did not get your freebie there. So that would be a free PDF coming your way. Hopefully that went out there. And then if you do have, you have questions for me, please feel free to connect with me at this location. Hold on. And that will be posted on here also, because, and what is 15 minutes with me? Wow, craziness. So that connection call, it's a way for me to talk to you, to connect one-on-one. You can ask me questions, but also if you want to go deeper in studies, and sometimes you might need to network with somebody. I'm a great networker. Sometimes you just need someone to talk to and maybe figure out a way for you to go forward. And it might be with me and it might not be with me. But how do you know unless you connect? And if you need some more information on these gems of what's going on for you in your life, feel free to make that call, and then we take it from there. So that's the only way you know. And that is posted on the left-hand side. I put this on the slide so that if you are watching the recording, that you do have the links that you can get in touch with me. That's a free 15-minute connection call. You go there, you just make your 15-minute call with me, and we talk. And what's beneficial to you? Where are you right now? It could be about your next best step. It could be a question you have. And basically all it is it's an honest, open connection to sincerely see where you are, to see what you need. Sometimes you'll tell me, like, I want to do this, but is this the best place for you right now? Can you afford to do that? With your time, with your money, with where you are right now, and what kind of resources that you have that we can really figure out from the resources you have, what is the best move for you if you need one, and let's make it happen. And I said, I either, I can guide you or I'll lead you to who can be your best person, your best reference point, your best way of self-discovery. So if your goal is to actually take action, or if your goal is to go like, I've got these and I'm feeling this choice, but I don't know what that is, connect with me. Hey, it's free. I'm there for you. And it is just an open way for me to connect with you. And you can ask those personal questions, and it's all about you. And that's what's the most important thing. That's what we're talking about right here. Because getting your self-worth, really finding out who you are and loving that piece is the peace. Those 3 questions that I posed earlier, that will make a huge change in your life. Trust me. Do it for a week. Do it for 3 days and see what happens. Okay? I'm just asking you to trust the material, trust yourself, and make some changes that are graceful, that are fun. Because when you get to be you, it actually is fun to be you. It really is. Right now, some of you might sit there, no, it's really not. I've been there, done that. But if you go into that inner place, you wouldn't have it any better way. You wouldn't want to be someone else. Trust me. And maybe some of you might be miserable out there because you're trying to be someone else. You're trying to be another person or something that someone else told you to be. And that's not you. Like, what's wrong with you being you? Absolutely nothing. So if you've been told that, that's bullshit. Okay, so get rid of that and be you and enjoy you. Okay, and enjoy you because you want something. It's important to you. It makes you happy. It makes you feel safe, and it makes you feel loved. And you've got to find that for yourself. It doesn't come from the outside. All right, so just moving along. So just for today, these are little things I have. So just for today, you don't have to think of this big scheme. Just for today, I will allow myself to safely come into my heart and embrace the beauty of my inner self. Can you let yourself do that? So just for today, I will allow myself to safely come into my heart and embrace the beauty of my inner self. All I'm asking you to do is go in there and look at you with that nurturing, compassion, grace, with that innocence of self, and see how beautiful you are, because you really are. You are beautiful. Just for today, I will treat myself with kindness, appreciation, and gratitude. Just today, treat yourself. Be kind to yourself. How many times are you're probably the meanest and mean to yourself more than other people? Why? Why not try one day to actually be kind to yourself, to actually kind of understand yourself, to actually not yell at yourself inside, to say really nice things to you, to appreciate everything that comes to you. Appreciate it instead of depreciating it. I remember some kid coming up to me and going, "Hey, lady, you have a big nose." I go, "I do? When did that happen?" I love my nose. Why would I change it? It's me. It's who I am. So what do you go for that? Do I say, "Oh, no, it's not"? No, it is what it is. I don't think of it. It's part of what I am. And they go, "Hey, a big nose shows you're very generous, right?" Or it might show that I have genetics in that department. It's like, appreciate it. I get more air than everybody else. Okay. And gratitude. If you want to, what is it? You could take a shower. Okay. When you take your shower, your bath, hey, I'm grateful I have hair to wash. I'm grateful that I can see through my eyes. I'm grateful that I can breathe. I'm grateful that I have teeth to chew with. I'm grateful I can swallow. There's some people that can't. I'm grateful that I can move my fingers. I'm grateful that I can get up in the morning and move. Be grateful for every part of your body and tell your body that. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing for me. I appreciate my feet because they take all my abuse of all the crazy stuff I do. Okay, just appreciate your body and you'll see a big change. You'll see a huge change in yourself. And the next one is just for today. Just for today. I will play. I will sing. I will listen to my favorite music. I will listen to the music that makes my heart sing, that gives me my passion. And or dance. Dance like there's no tomorrow. When was the last time you just boogied it out? Woo, baby. Go for it. Let your body, sound vibration is so freaking healing. Get in there, sing, dance, lock yourself in a room and go insane. Okay? because that is so healing and that is so you. People used to laugh because I used to have different songs when I used to train, when I trained in my dojo all the time, and I didn't want anybody around. It was my private time. I would blast out freaking Billy Joel. I love Billy or Melissa Etheridge. People go, "Are you crazy?" I go, "Oh no, Melissa Day. Oh, we're pumping that crap out." Okay, Billy Joel Day. And they go, "Like you're doing Qigong to Billy Joel." Yeah, because this is my release. This is how I work through my stuff. So what is your stuff? You need to know these things. If you go, "I don't even know. I forgot how to play." Well, maybe it's time that you start to play and start to remember. Wow. Okay. That's my session for today. Basically, of course, I could go on for another 2 hours. And I just want to cover everyday use. So you go, "Well, Joyce, this is in my field. Like, what does that mean?" It means that regardless if you think about it or not, if someone needs something from there, it will start emanating from you. And it's like a candle light. You can share your light with other candles. It does not diminish the light that you have. It just makes it brighter in the room for everybody else who has a candle. So if you think of pearl, if you're having like anxiety, oh my God, it's great for the nervous system to calm it down. Better than a Valium, which is going to screw up your body, right? Better than all kinds of other drugs you could take, right? Better than a gummy. I'm in the West Coast, so better than a gummy because it is just a natural vibrational energy that comes in and it's going to allow you for greater concentration when you're in your meditation. It allows the ease of going in there and looking at yourself with grace and ease. It also allows for that anxiety for the nervous system to just calm it down. So if you have digestive disorders and specific to digestive disorders that are coming up because you're nervous, like that nervous tension or anxiety or all, I feel like this, right? Pearl actually helps. Just imagine pearl. That's that picture coming in there. Look at that. I have a big one right here. Just imagine, okay, pearl, that vibration coming in and going through that nervous system and relaxing it. Great for anxiety, great to calm down. Also great for bloating. All right, if you got a lot of bloat, because it is connected to the moon, it's connected to your emotions, and it's the fluids. The rising tide and lowering tide in your own body. I think it's full moon today, actually. So this working with the full moon is really great because it works on those fluids and getting your body fluids to even out because sometimes that's what's causing it, too many fluids on the brain, and you have some pressure in there, creating a headache, creating some sinus, creating your anxiety. I'm not saying it really, and I got to make this, I'm not a doctor. I'm not recommending you to get off your meds or anything like that, please. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that for educational purposes and for entertainment purposes, why don't you try this out? Okay, and just run some pearl through you and relax. Calm your nervous system down. So as I said, anxiety, it helps to reduce heat in the body if you're overheating. It helps to reduce the heat that is coming. Again, some people, then they get really nervous, or some people that are fire people. If you're really high in your fire, pearl will help to settle down that fire element in you. So it's not over explosive. Okay. And you'll see in there bulimia, anorexia, eating disorders. And how does pearl help with an eating disorder? A lot of times it's nervous, it's anxiety. A lot of times the reason that there are some eating disorders are because there's something else going on that's not being taken care of. And it's an anxiety thing. It's a way to control anxiety. So there are so many other reasons for that. It does increase fertility. So if you're out there, it's great if you want to, but if you don't want to, you might want to watch using pearl, even with the safest controls, if you get my drift. But it's great if you want to become fertile. So but it's fertility also in growing your own self-worth. So it's also about creating your own self in your own environment and just rebirthing yourself. So if you're using it for that, just know it is very fertile. And then and I use this a lot with new mothers or giving birth. If you're a midwife, it's great to use with your clients because during the birthing process, it actually will help the birthing process go through. And it also helps the mother afterwards to get through postpartum blues so that she's relaxed and she's calm and she's confident. And the more confident you are, that is your self-worth. What happens with new mothers? They lose confidence. They don't think they could do this. What if I'm like my mother, or what about family? So all this stuff. Pearl comes in there. Pearl graces it. Pearl says, nurtures you to believe that and know that you also are capable. You are valuable. You are worth it. Okay. And there's some nectitudes in there, but it's about grace, bringing grace into your life. Okay. So, if you want to explore your own missing pieces, your own what labels are stuck on you, how to get rid of them, working exercises, what's this pyramid, and working with the essences, what's my missing piece is there on the side. I normally that sells for $9.99. I put it down for $4.99 for anybody who's here. So if you do want to look at the book, you know, $4.99 is not really really that much there to invest if you want to go forward with some of my work that I do there, so you get an idea there. Oh, hey, we got a question here. Thuria, do you have to wear pearl to get those benefits? No, great question. Thank you for asking me that. You don't have to be wearing any of that. So this is the vibration. The vibration is clearer and more intense than when it gets into the earth plane and actually goes into a substance, right? So a lot of people go like, oh, do I have to get a pearl? Do I have to buy this? Do I have to get this? Like, absolutely not. The energy is running. Now, if you wear a pearl, does that bring more of that energy in? It does. Okay, so, but do you have to wear? Absolutely not. The vibration is going to be running through you. I know, but this is why if you really understand this, you really do watch what you're wearing on your body. Because if you have something like diamonds, like people like to wear diamonds, diamonds are going to energize out, right? It's like any crystal, right? It's going to amplify anything around you. So if you're wearing a lot of diamonds and you're in a crappy mood and mean, it is going to energize that because it doesn't go, this is good or bad. It doesn't have good or bad. It just is. It's going to amplify. If you're in a happy mood wearing them, people are going to want to be around you because you're just going to amplify your internal happiness. You got it? So, so it does work that way. Do you need those though for this energy? Absolutely not, because this is a pure vibration and it is just the vibration. There's nothing else attached to it. I don't even use shapes. I do a lot of sacred geometry, but a lot of times I have found that putting the vibration into a shape actually kind of stifles. That is like goes, I want to do my thing. So a lot of times you're allowed to do your thing. But yeah, that's a great question. Does that answer that for you? Does anybody else have any other questions? I think you could raise your hand. I have not had any idea how to do this, or you can unmute yourself and ask a question, I believe. Yeah, Thuria, that's great. Is that, yeah. So, because a lot of these things, especially when we get into these higher levels, I mean, you can't purchase some of this stuff. I mean, I have like Red Beryl, and you can get some of them like if they're rough stones. But if you try to get Red Beryl, because there's only one mine, and I heard another one has opened up, but it's so freaking expensive. I've got like a little thing, it looks like a hair piece, and I know I spent like $100 on that, and now it's ridiculous. So I want the energy of Red Beryl. All right, I want a blue sapphire, and sometimes to wear that just magnifies it, right? So emeralds are my thing, emeralds and ruby. So I do have some emeralds and ruby, but again, don't need them to be who I am. It magnifies that, and sometimes me being magnified is not a great idea. It is for me, but not for everybody else around me. So that's kind of fun. If nobody has any other questions, then this is recorded and you can pick that up for anything. You do have a lot of links. And please, if you need to speak with me, you want to connect with me, you want to know some more about what we have to offer, you can always go to, oh, look at this. I'm pasting and doing stuff. You can always go to joysteck.com. There are some, oh, that's the freebie. So make sure you get your manual for the mantras if you want that, and you can just go on the web. I have a lot of free stuff there, so there, just peruse through there and get on there. And you are welcome to come to my Royal Gemmers Club, and that is going to be me tomorrow at 9 o'clock, because now you have been exposed to Royal Gems. So thank you so much. You guys have a great day. If you have questions about your link, I did write them down, and hopefully you did too. All right. And if you're watching this on video, then you need to get in touch with me so I can give you your combo today. See you next month, and really looking forward to that. All right. Bye. Thank you for being with me, and you have a pleasant, wonderful, productive day. All righty. Thank you.